that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
YouTube, we're back again today for another setup video, and today I'm very excited to be setting up this month's Game Crafter Spotlight game. What are the rules again? This is for ages 12 plus. It's for 3 to 6 players. And in What Are the Rules Again, this is a very interesting setup. It is a setup unlike any other game because I can't actually tell you how to set up the game because you're going to decide at the beginning of the game how your game is going to be set up. What am I talking about? Well, first thing you're going to want to do is make sure all the components are in the middle where everyone can reach them. So you're going to have all these tokens right here. There's 100 with the different shapes on them. You're going to place the dice out in the center. Make sure you got the stickers on those. And then you're going to separate the cards into 2 piles. The What Are the Rules Again pile, which you'll shuffle up and place in the center. But don't deal them out yet because you don't know how much you're going to deal. And then these cards right here, which are rule guideline cards. You're going to hand these to whoever's going to be the game master for this game because there is going to be one player who will not be directly playing the game. They're going to be the game master and they are going to create all the rules at the beginning of the game. Once you pivot into getting into the actual game, then the players will start creating the rules as long as the GM doesn't think they're too powerful or rule breaking. And all that is covered in this handy dandy rule booklet right here, which it goes really in detail about the different versions of this game as well, because what I'm about to show you is the beginner rule sheet, but then there's an intermediate rule sheet and there's an advanced rule sheet. And the more advanced you make the game, the more training wheels come off the game and the more different you and your players can make the game. What am I talking about? Let's get into the rule sheet. So below is the beginner rule sheet, and the first thing the GM has to do is fill out the core rules. So they're going to figure out how many cards players are going to start with, and then they'll deal out that many cards. They talk about how much health they're going to start with. They also talk about who has the first turn, and then it goes into the general game flow. And everyone's going to have one of these rule sheets printed off of them. So at the top, it goes over how the game works and how you're going to start the game. But then as you go down, you'll get to common definitions and rules, actions, effects, and restrictions. And these are going to be what you are going to fill in as the game progresses. Because on your turn, you're going to have an opportunity to make a rule. And so you could dictate what certain card shapes do, what card colors do, all sorts of different things like that after you've looked at the hand in your card. Now, if you want to step it up just a little bit, then you can go into the intermediate rules. And the intermediate rules are a slight bit different because what they add is the exceptions down here at the bottom, which will make it so that rules are not as straightforward as they are in the original game. And last but not least, we have the advanced rule sheets, which adds an additional win condition and restrictions that you can now add into whatever game that you're trying to make. But that's how you're going to set up What Are the Rules Again. If this looks like it might be your cup of tea, be sure to check it out on the Game Crafter, the best place on the internet, and probably just in general, I suppose, to make your prototype game. I'm not even joking. They got thousands of different types of components. You can make any type of game you want. They have like 3D printed stuff now you can throw into your games. It's really stinking amazing. And I used them like a decade back. I love the Game Crafter. Well, let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? What are your thoughts on making your own rules in a game? And if you're more interested in it, check out the Game Crafter link down below.